questions for the athletes.
First and foremost, I thought we did an unbelievable job defensively. This was a team that came in averaging around 87 points, and to hold them to 17 in the first half and 48 for the game. I thought our guys really did a great job of, attention to detail to the scouting report, understanding personnel, and then being able to go out and execute it. So I thought that was tremendous. And it's really, really good to win a game like this when we are not as good offensively as we have been and as we are. We missed, I think in the first half, we maybe missed 8 to 10 baskets right there at the basket. And it was like the basket had a lid on it. And it's a little bit surprising because I thought we were really, really sharp in practice the past 2 days and in shoot around. So I expected us to be really good offensively, and we weren't. But we still found a way, and it was because of our defense, because we dominated the glass, which is a point of emphasis coming into this game. These two guys were tremendous. G got us started. He played with force and played that way, throughout. Don't just look at the points and the rebounds, but, I think he had 3 assists. I think he had two or three blocks, a couple of steals. His impact on the game was everywhere. And the same with Zach. Zach played with force. That's a really, really important word for him. And when he plays that way, we're different. And so really proud of this win. We were able to close out our non-conference schedule. We'll be 9-2 in the non-conference. We'll get a little bit of a much-needed break right now, and guys will go home. We'll get a chance to celebrate the holiday with their families. We'll get back together on the 26th to start getting ready for conference play.
Jeff, you talked about it a little bit, but can you just talk more about the backcourt defense today? I mean, this is a very efficient team, and you guys forced a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, well, again, I thought we did a great job in practice of preparation. Our scout team, we were without a couple of guys, so we, some main guys played on the scout team at times. Really, everyone did. And I thought we challenged each other in practice, and that helped us because obviously they have really good guards. Very efficient. They drive, they force you to foul. And I thought we just did a really, really good job. We kind of had G, especially to start the game, when number 32 and number 5, were in their traditional bigs. He kind of roamed because those guys don't really score. They score off drop-offs, off the guards. And so he did a really good job of doing that. But our guards did a great job of guarding the basketball, really trying to contain penetration. We didn't overhelp. That was a point of emphasis. And we tried to make them finish over top of our length.
Jeff, around the 11, I think it was the 11:40 mark, where you guys called timeout in the second half. Seemed like you had a fiery message to give to your team. What were you saying to your team at that point?
Yeah, we weren't playing as hard. We weren't sharp offensively, which led to them getting some transition baskets. And that was the main thing. We'd been really good defensively, but we had gotten a little bit soft offensively, which led to them getting out in transition and made us soft defensively during that moment.
Do you feel like some of the missed shots led to some of the off passes and just off timing you guys had on offense?
I thought it was that. I thought it was the lead. I thought it was ready to go home. I thought it was a little bit of all of that played into it.
What does Blake give you on a night where maybe a shot isn't falling like it normally is?
Well, what he does is that, he takes a guy away defensively because they won't leave him. This is a game, the first time we've played where Blake is screened. They didn't switch. They didn't do anything. So we were able to turn the corner and get to the basket. Even though he didn't score, he had a huge impact on the game. He had 10 rebounds. But the threat of him opens up so much stuff for everyone else.
Do you feel like there's an overarching message that this team needs right now before you guys start conference play after a game like this?
No. I think we're ready for conference play. We'll be ready. We'll take a break. We'll get back. We'll be anxious. We'll be ready. I think we know what we need to do and just get back to work.
Jeff, you had mentioned when you scheduled non-conference, you wanted a number of different styles, different challenges. How do you feel like you guys progressed through the non-conference? I
think we did a good job. I think our guys did a good job. I think we've gotten better. We did play against different styles. We, had that stretch there where we had those 5 games in a row against Power 5 teams, 3 of them away from home. I thought we did a pretty good job with that. Certainly would have loved to have won all 5 of them. But we've played against different styles. Again, all of that will prepare us because we're in a league with different styles. It's not a league where everyone plays the same. You have some teams that play slow, some teams that play fast, some teams are very physical, some teams a little bit more skilled. And so all of the stuff we've been through will help prepare us as we get ready for a tough ACC stretch.
Do you feel like Guillermo's offense has kind of taken a new gear since he's been in the starting lineup?
Well, I think it's just taking a new gear this year. When he didn't start, I thought he played well offensively. He's a talented guy, and he can do some different things, offensively. He's very skilled. He can pass. He can put the ball on the floor. Obviously, he can shoot the basketball. So he gives us a little bit different threat when he's at that spot as, when Fetty's there. And Fetty does a really good job. He does some things that G can't do. So we feel like we have a really good two-headed monster at that spot.
Players don't have practice, but you'll be sneaking a peek at some Syracuse video in the next couple of days, right?
Probably not the next couple of days, but I will, probably around the 26th. I'm taking a break, man. I'm just enjoy my family, enjoy this time. If anything, I will watch us. I'll watch us, I'll go over us, but I'll start getting ready for Syracuse when we get back. This is a time for all of us to take a break, enjoy family, to get away from it for a little bit. It's a long season, and when you have an opportunity to take breaks, you need to do that.
What does that do for the mental side of everything to have those kind of breaks in the season?
I think it's big. It's a long season, and it's very emotional. Every game is emotional, especially when it means so much, and it means so much to all of us that are in it. The preparation for it, the actual game, everything that comes along with it. And so when you have a chance to kind of decompress, to get away from it for a little bit, I think it's huge. We're a 2-semester sport. We don't have a week to prepare for every game. These games come pretty quickly. And when we get back, they'll be happening pretty frequently. And it'll be all heavyweight matches. And so when you have a chance to get, mentally get a break, physically get a break to allow your body to recover, I think it's huge. And for coaches too, not just for the players.
Right. Where do you feel Bub is at right now, just as his growth specifically through these early games?
Yeah, I think he's played well. I think he's played really well. I think he's, growing up. He's getting better. I'm not going to judge Bub every game by what his stats are. It's how does he impact winning? Is he doing the things that we're asking him to do, from that position offensively and defensively? Is he in command out there? Is he doing those things? And for the most part, I think he is. Obviously, he can be better, and he will be better. Most freshmen at different times hit a wall because this is harder than anything they've ever been through. And so this break will be much needed for our freshmen.
You feel like that he's been very coachable throughout that?
Oh, he's been awesome. Yeah, all of our guys have been incredibly coachable.